watching Medfield TV, community shows.
Good evening, Medfield. Welcome to the men's varsity hockey game. Just kicking off against Ashland High School. I am Paul Hirschfeld. Joining me is Lou Junta. And we're going to give you a little play-by-play on the Medfield boys varsity game. Medfield comes out, Lou, 5-2-1, are they?
Well, right now I think overall we're six.
Oh!
Let it go, Pie.
Ryan Johnson steals it from the defenseman and makes a nice move around the goalie and puts the first goal in 25 seconds of the first period.
Well, geez, Paul, we just played Bishop Fee with a big win on Bishop Fee, and he had 2 goals in the first minute against Bishop Fee just the other day. So, I mean, this is he comes out flying in that first shift.
That's a nice quick shift for 25 seconds with 1 goal. Second line comes out. Brian Abley, Mike Foley, and Tom Schofield. Abley dumps it down deep into the Ashland end, down around the boards. Schofield pinches, puts it to the middle. No one's there. Abley gets it, puts it over to Foley. That's blocked by the defenseman. Medfield's coming out strong here. Schofield's being ridden off the puck, trying to fight for balance. Ashland gets it, bounces it around the boards. Charlie Spence pinches down deep, pushes it back around. Here comes Gately around the corner. It gets by him. Abley picks that up, puts it over to Spence. Spence puts it up to Mike Foley. Mike Foley tips off his stick and goes in deep. Foley puts it around. And there goes Gately picking it up on the other side, trying to battle to keep it in the zone.
That'll work, Liam.
And here comes the third line is now transferring out. Number 13, Sean McTavish just takes over there. Puts it up to Spence. Spence takes a shot. It's a little high. It gets deflected. It's still loose. Ashland ties it up.
Good work. Third line's been looking real good, Paul. The last few games they've been hustling. These guys have been working well together.
Anytime in high school sports, if you can use 3 or 4 lines and you're deep, you're going to do well. A lot of high schools only have 2 lines,
right,
and they run them until they can't breathe.
Yeah.
So that's number 9, John Schofield. He is a sophomore. Puts it up to the point to Cole Curl. Curl puts it over to, who's number 12? That's Jack Lyons over there.
Big Jack.
Yeah.
Getting some minutes early.
Ashland breaks it out, gets over the red line, dumps it into the midfield zone. Looks like Mason Matthews is the goalie for Medfield tonight. Schofield breaks it up, tries to shoot it, overshoots his intended target, and it goes back. Ashland pops it back in. Medfield will try again.
All right, Mikey, release. Move.
Midfield struggling to get something moving out of their own zone. Cole Curl picks it up, bounces it off the boards, takes a bad bounce.
Those forwards they got a release ball. They're just sitting down.
Tavish just misses that one. They're going to try again. Here comes, gets it to the red line. That's going to be icing if they do it. Cole needed to take 2 more steps to get to that red line before they call icing, and he released it a little too early. So if you are just joining us, it's Medfield boys varsity hockey against Ashland, and it is 12:27 left in the first period, and Ryan Johnson in 35 seconds in stole the puck from Ashland and put the puck in the net. Medfield holds a 1-0 lead. Ashland wins that face-off. It goes down deep. The puck gets blocked. Sean Tyre puts it around the corner over to Dylan McNally. Dylan McNally puts it up to Johnson. Johnson's breaking again. He's got someone. Tyre couldn't get the backhand off. Still battling for the puck.
Nice work.
Tyre puts it down to Johnson. Johnson puts it back to Tyre. He's got control. He's going to come up to Corrigan, number 2, getting a shot too high, and it deflects off the goalie into the net. These defensemen got to keep the puck low, get some sticks on it.
Yeah, you like to see that puck get to the net to get that rebound, right, Paul?
So this is Medfield's first line out here. Number 6, Ryan Johnson takes the face-off with Dylan McNally, number 11 on the right, and number 16, Sean Tyre on the left. David Corrigan and Mason Junta sharing the defensive duties. McNally takes a nice move, puts it down the bottom into Johnson. Johnson loses control, and here comes Ashland the other way, breaking up. Keeps it in the zone. That should be icing on Ashland. It was a nice play by Sean Tyer to break it up, and then the Ashland guy went to put it up, and it went deep. And there's another icing call coming back down to the Ashland end. 11:40 left in the first period. Medfield 1, Ashland 0. Coming out, Brian Abley taking the face-off with Mike Foley and Tom Schofield on the left. Charlie Spence and Liam Gately at the point. Spence holds it in the point. Foley does a little forecheck and comes back out. Bounces off Ashland. Liam Gately pots it back in. Midfield has to clear. They do that. Ashland's coming out with a break. Going to push it. There goes Abley on the forecheck. Bounces off of him. Ashland's going to dump that. That's going to be icing also.
I've seen a lot of that already, Paul. A lot of
yeah, you know, I don't know too much about Ashland right out the gate here, but they are making some they don't seem too sure of themselves with the puck in their hand, and they seem to be getting rid of it a little too quickly.
Yeah.
So Medfield comes out here. This is their what line? This is the
fourth line. So you get Brian, the senior Brian Stolzenbach taking the face off. Oh, that's a quick change. Wow. But that was Stephen O'Leary, Trevor Russo, and that was Stolzenbach, 22.
Well, there's a quick change because they got Ashland. They're calling Ashland for a penalty. So Toby made a quick change, and he is bringing out his power play line. And that is Abley taking the face-off with Tyer on the right, McNally on the left. And we got Johnson at the point along with Charlie Spence. So Ryan Johnson on the power play bounces from center back to the defensive point, and Abley gets waved out of the face-off, and Medfield does win that. Johnson keeps it in. It's teetering on the line. McNally picks it up, goes down deep, brings it over to Tyer. Tyer brings it up to Johnson. He misses that pass. It goes all the way back down the other end to Medfield's end. Johnson has to pick it up and turn it right back up the ice. He pushes it over to Abley. Abley pushes it over to McNally. McNally loses control, and Ashland gets it, bounces it right back down the other end.
The power play this year has been struggling, Paul. Just doesn't have a lot of good looks to it. I mean, a lot of good players out there, but they just don't seem to get the puck to the net enough.
Yeah, I got to tell you, there's a different knack for that. You gotta move the puck good. You got to keep your spacing, and a lot of kids just don't learn it. Charlie Spence picks it up along the boards. He's got it down on the hash mark. He puts it up to Abley. Abley's in the slot. He tries to shoot. He gets a weak one off. Picked up by Tyer. Tyer tries to shoot. His goes wide. Ashland trying to clear. Spence keeps it in. Ashland's all over it, and there they go. They're going to break it and put a shot right on net. Just goes wide. Spence is going to pick it up. Both teams are changing up. Trying to make a change here.
Oh, Jesus.
Charlie Spence takes a nice hard hit along the boards here.
That door opened down there in the penalty box. I think he hit his head on the corner.
Penalty box door was not closed tight enough on Ashland, and Spence is a little shaken up. He's going to go take a break. We got Mike Foley taking the face-off here. We got Tom Schofield on the right. We have Stolzenbach on the left. And we have Liam Gately, and we have Mason Junter at the point.
Mike, keep it in.
Liam Gately takes it down. He puts it to Foley. Foley puts it back down to the corner. It's going to be Schofield over there to get it.
Oh, this is ugly.
Junta misses that one. It comes out of the zone. Foley regroups. He falls down. Gets back up, trying to put a hold on it. Schofield puts it down over to Junta. Junta puts it down to Gately. Gately makes a nice shot. The puck is loose.
That puck hit the staff of his stick, that goalie. Jeez, that was
goalie
close.
Gets that to bounce right back in front of him, luckily enough, and he ties that up. 8 seconds left in the penalty, 9:20 left in the first period. Medfield holding a 1-0 lead. If you are just joining us, it's the boys varsity hockey against Ashland High School. Medfield holding a 1-0 lead. Medfield wins that face-off. McNally goes to put it back, and he puts it through the middle of the 2D. They all got a clear. Penalty is up. All even now.
It looks like Jimmy Cosolito back.
Puck goes down the other end. Number 5, Jimmy Cosolito gets a first shift out there. He tries to pass it. He loses that. Goes to the Ashland. Ashland puts it up to the point. They're trying to get a quick shot off. Goes back. Mason Matthews, the goaltender for Medfield. He pushes it to the right. Medfield, Cosolito trying to clear again. Gets blocked again. Ashland puts it up high. Matthews makes a nice save and puts it up a little bit. Here's McNally. He's going to try to pull it out over to Johnson. Johnson puts it over to Tyre. Tyre puts it back to Johnson. He blasts it. It goes right by. Great shot by Ryan Johnson.
He's on fire right now.
He hits it on the one-timer right past the goaltender. He didn't even see it.
What a bomb.
Great passing on that line to break it all out, and Johnson puts it away for a 2-0 lead for Medfield with 8:28 left in the first period.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, the first line starting to gel nicely, Lou.
They're moving the puck well, and nice when they can finish.
Looks like Medfield's given their fourth line an opportunity here.
Yeah.
Number 18, Trevor Russo. Number 18, Stephen O'Leary.
And that's Brian Stolzenbach, 22.
And who's number 8 down there?
8 is Stephen O'Leary.
Oh, that's Stephen.
Stephen had a big goal the other night against Bishop Fien, and a great shift he had, and pop one home. A 3-2 win over Bishop. You know how good those guys are.
Yeah, they have a good team, yeah. Now, Mason Junta gets it, goes around the corner. He's fighting behind the net. He's still cold in control. Puts it off the boards. Nice pass to Abley. Abley takes the snap, goes a little wide. David Corrigan, number 2, slams down the side to hold it in. He's still battling down on the boards. He's still got control. He came out of there with it. He puts it up to the point over to Abley. Abley keeps it nice and low.
Good work. Good shot.
Good setup. Foley had a nice tip right into the goalie. Goalie stayed right where he should be. And 7:22 left in this period, and it's 2-0 Medfield in the first. All right, Medfield looks like they have their second line out here. Brian Abley is the sender, number 23. Mike Foley, number 7, and number 4, Tom Schofield.
Oh. Charlie Spence is getting banged around. Oh, nice look.
Well, Charlie's probably, I would say, probably one of the better skaters that Medfield has, and
he sure is.
He's a little bit smaller, so some of these teams take a run at him, but he's very strong on his skates.
He sure is. He's got great wheels, got great skill.
The break in the action here because the net came off of the post for Ashland, so they're refacing off. Abley's taking the face off. Abley wins it. Nice quick movement. Abley over to Foley. Foley to Gately. Gately gets a shot on net. Here comes Schofield around the net.
Good boy Tommy, how to work.
Tommy keeps pushing it over to Charlie Spence, back to Schofield. Schofield pushes it around to Foley, out to Abley. Abley can't get the shot off, but he's going to work at getting it. Liam Gately pinches, and Abley covers for him. Foley puts it down deep. Here goes Charlie Spence. He's going to pinch. He gets it back around over to Foley. Foley's going to hold on to it. He's going to control. Going to put it over to Spence. Spence puts it off his boot. It just holds it in.
It just snuck in there.
Tom Schofield keeps it over. Gately tries to, and he's going to miss it, and there goes Ashland.
Have a hustle, though. Good recovery.
Gately does a nice job of recovering there and gets the puck back. Medfield is all over Ashland right at the moment here.
Well, Ashland's got a pretty good team over here, though, so they're a little flat right now. We need to don't take these guys lightly here.
Medfield puts it down around the back there.
Nice hustle. Mikey T.
Stolzenbach tries to do it nice, and that going to be icing here on Ashland. They needed to get a break. They needed to get a change, and they were dominated in that last minute, and they needed to ice it up to get a break here. Number 5, Jimmy Cosolito at the point, along with number 12, Jack Lyons. And Medfield has their first line out there with Tyre McNally and Ryan Johnson. And puck gets bounced out, goes by Cosolito. Lyons tries to pick it up down there, battling with the Ashland. And here comes McNally for a little help, trying to get control. McNally gets it loose, but Ashland pops it in deep, and there goes Cosolito. He's going to pick it up around the net. He's going to push it. going to get up to the blue-red line. He's going to dump that deep. It doesn't get all the way. Taya picks it up. Johnson's on the loose puck in the right-hand corner. Picks that up. Corrigan does a nice job of holding it in. Watch the middle of the ice. He gets back on time. He moves that puck up, and Taya overskates a little bit, and then he loses that, and it comes back. Ashland dumps it back into the midfield zone. Cosolino's got the puck. He puts it up to Taya. He's battling. Ryan Johnson picks it up. He's going to try to send McNally in, and McNally's covered, but he's going to take it around the boards. He gets pushed by Ashland off the puck. Ashland goes back D to D, loosens it up to the forward. That's a weak pass by Ashland. Foley picks it off and scores.
Attaboy, Michael Foley.
I think the goalie would like that one back. It tipped off his glove nice and high right by his face. Definitely should have had that one, but we'll take it.
We'll take it. That's a beauty. Michael, hey, he's been snake bit a couple of great opportunities the last couple of games. It's nice to see that one going for him.
4:24 here left in the first period, and Medfield's off to a flying start with a 3-0 lead against Ashland. Here comes Abley and Schofield and Foley with Corrigan and Junter on D. Abley does a nice job getting it out. Foley does pushes. And there goes Corrigan. He tries to feed Foley, but he misses it. That's going to be icing. Nice effort, nice try. He was open for a second. You can always try those things, Lou, when you're up by 3, right?
Absolutely. Why not? Take some chances. Work on some things. I mean, right here, these are a good spot to work on some stuff that you'll need on the like face-offs right here. Win the draw, maybe run.
You know what I always tell you? I always say that, I don't think the high school kids, I don't think they talk enough on the ice. They should be working on plays and telling each other where they are to help each other out. So as time gets on here at the end of the year, they can work on those things. Mason Junter gets it at the point. He's going to line it up. No, he's not. He's going to put it over to Abley. Abley gets kind of a weak shot, and Ashland clears it up the middle. Junter tries to do a nice job to save, misses it. First back to pick up. Ashland, to me, just doesn't seem to be skating-wise in the same park as Medfield. But
no, they don't.
Ashland picks it up. They dump it out, come over here to the near side to the wing, comes over the blue-red line. They go and push it down and dump it in. Charlie Spence picks it up. He comes around the net looking for help. He puts it around to Gately. It bounces off the side of the net. Gately has to come back and get it. Him and Spence are in a battle to get possession, but Ashland comes out with it. Over to D for Ashland. He dumps it down right onto Charlie Spence's stick, and Charlie just takes it the other way and gets it deep for Medfield. Nice. 2:55 left, the clock going. Medfield leading 3-2 against Ashland High School. Ashland's coming back, gets it to the red line. They're going to dump it down deep here also. Medfield tries to clear it out of their own zone. Trevor Russo gets it. He's coming over the line, trying to block it.
Work.
Brian Stolzenbacher comes over and gets it. Charlie Spence has it now, coming up over the red line. Brian Stolzenbach gets it to the red line. He dumps it deep. Ryan Johnson picks up the loose puck. He's looking for some help. There's no one there. It goes on his backhand. 17, Cole Curl takes it around the net. Curl puts it up to Taya, number 16. He bounces it wide of the net. McNally turns around for a quick one, and he doesn't get the wood on it, and it goes wide. Here comes Johnson battling, making a few nifts. It's loose.
Oh, nice hustle.
A couple of nice moves. Got it to the net, though. Ashland goalie made a nice save. 1:57 left here in the first period. And if you are just joining us, it's Medfield Boys Varsity High School playing in Ashland. Medfield's holding a 3-0 lead in the first period.
Total domination so far, Paul.
So far, totally Medfield. I'm not quite sure Ashland has one valuable shot on net yet. Behind the net, McNally picks it up. He's still got control of it. He's battling around the corners, and he holds on to it. He falls, though. And that's Jack Lyons takes it. He puts it in deep, tries to get a shot. It's partially blocked. Johnson makes a nice check. Lyons tries to do it. It's a 3-on-1 breakout for Ashland. Oh, that's a goal. Mason Matthews went down a little too early on that one, and there was the defenseman favored the passer, and the kid just shot it in the right-hand corner. But it all started down here with
kind of a bad pinch there. You know?
all started right here with Jack Lyons pinching down the close end, and did not get there. And Ashland popped it back and has a 3-1 lead. Medfield returns with their second line here with Brian Abley and Mike Foley and Tom Schofield, Mason Junter, and David Corrigan on D. Junter puts it over to Corrigan. Corrigan changes direction, puts it back to Junter, looking for the breakout. Junter comes cross side. He hits Schofield. Schofield has a little bit of a break, but can't get by the Ashland D. Still battling for the puck. Ashland comes out with it. Abley makes a nice stop there.
Oh, nice work.
Foley had a nice opportunity, couldn't get rid of it. Corrigan, nice stop to keep it in. Ashland gets rid of it, and they're going to ice it down. With 37 seconds left here in the first period, Medfield 3, Ashland 1. If you are just joining us, I am Paul Hirschfeld, joined by Lou Junta, and you're watching Medfield boys varsity hockey, leading Ashland High School 3-1. Medfield comes out for the last, hopefully the last shift of the period with first line, number 6, Ryan Johnson, Sean Tyre, and Dylan McNally. And Jimmy Cosolito, number 5 at the point, along with Liam Gately. Cosolito's going to pinch here. Hopefully he can stop it because guys are pinching too early.
20 seconds left. You don't want to let
pinching too early. Ashland, many opportunities. Gately cannot tie that up.
Well, let's let him get away with that one.
Got to get that to the goalie.
That last minute of the period, you can see this. Even that last goal they let up, just sloppy play into the period. You want to finish strong. And,
you want
two odd-man breaks.
You want to finish strong. They're pretty much dominating the game, and
Why give them a chance?
These defensemen are taking unnecessary chances, which makes no sense. Like Jimmy Cosolito pinched there.
Well, those guys right there. That's the third pairing. Those guys got to wake up.
You got to be 100% sure you're going to get that puck. He just created another 3-on-1. That's how they scored their last one.
Right, exactly.
These guys are complaining like crazy because Gately jumped on the puck in front of the goalie outside the crease, and that is a delay of game and 99% of the chances. So I have no idea what the ref is telling them, but
all right, we'll take it.
But again, we'll take it. 12.3 left here in the first period, and the face-off. Mason Matthews is the Medfield goalie tonight, and the face-off is to his right with Ryan Johnson, Sean Tyre, and Dylan McNally, along with the defensive pairing of the captains of Mason Junta and David Corrigan.
You got all 4 captains out there in one shot here. Have they ever had 4 captains on a team? You remember that?
They've always had 3.
Yeah, this year it's kind of strange. They put 4 of them.
They've usually always had 3. So the Ashland coach seems to be trying to win his argument over there as he talks to the referee. Quite frankly, I have to agree with him.
He's right on it, but you know how that gets you with the refs.
I don't know what they're telling him or why they didn't block it, but it looks like it's settled. There's 12 seconds left here in the period. Not really one. Johnson tries to win that, pushes it by, pushes it to the wide side. Ashland's going to take it over the red line, dump it back deep, 3-2. And that should do it here, folks, for the end of the first period. Medfield with a pretty strong first period. Lou takes a 3-1 lead, and we'll see you shortly here for the second period.
All right.
Welcome back. We're just ready to get started here in the second period of the Medfield boys hockey against Ashland High School. Ryan Johnson takes a face-off. Ashland puts it down to the Medfield end. Mason Junta picks it up down around the back of the net. He tries to break it out. He's got a little bit of room here. Nice. Puts it up to number 11, Dylan McNally. McNally tries to get by Ashland. He gets crushed on the boards.
He got destroyed.
Ashland over to Ashland. Tries to hold it. Puts it up into the neutral zone. Number 2, David Corrigan picks up the loose puck here, goes behind the Medfield net, puts it back over to Mason Junta. Junta's going to come up the boards here himself, pushing it. He gets checked off of the boards. He goes down.
Ashland's coming out hitting.
Ashland picks it up, puts it out to the front. Corrigan's on the defense. Ashland shoots, goes over the net, crashing the net. McNally checks there. David Corrigan, number 2, picks it up, tries to get it out. Doesn't do a very good job of that. It hits back off his helmet. Ashland still keeps it in. Puts it up wide, comes all the way back to the point. Ashland's squeezing, coming on a line change. Puck is bouncing. Ashland, the guy was going to the net. That was a tip in. Corrigan bounces him off the puck. Here comes Medfield, puts it up over to Johnson. Johnson misses that one, gets it out. He still has control. He's coming around. Nice, backhand pass to McNally. McNally goes to his forehand over to Foley.
Wow, what a save.
Great save by the Ashland goalie. Ashland comes back his other way by himself, dumps one in. Ashland going for a line change. Number 10, Charlie Spence behind the net, working get the puck. Ashland puts it up top. Defense misses it, goes into the neutral zone. Mike Foley on a hard forecheck, pushes it deeper into the Ashland end. Schofield comes over with a body check. Abley dumps it into Foley.
Nice luck, Michael.
Foley, nice play by him and puts it over to Schofield. Schofield gets a shot saved by Ashland. Foley has it around the net again. Tries to come on the boards on the corner.
Good work this line.
Yeah, they've done well. Foley's worked hard, and Ashland goalie tied it up in the corner of the net there. So it looks like third line coming out here. Number 13, Sean McTavish taking the face-off with number 25, Mikey Tyre, number 9, John Schofield.
Ashland came out flying here.
Up top is Liam Gately and number 10, Charlie Spence. Ashland's coming out strong. Schofield takes it up. Puts it up into the netting. That's going to be put in the netting by Ashland, or deflection by Ashland. That will come outside the line. Right outside the Ashland offensive zone here. We're going to have a face-off with Sean McTavish taking this face-off. #24, Mikey Tyre, number 9, John Schofield. Ashland comes back, puck bouncing a couple of different ways. Ashland comes up with it, he loses control. Medfield tips it back out. Ashland gets control, puts it in the neutral zone. Defense makes a move and gets it nice and deep. Back into the Medfield zone. Medfield goes back to pick it up. Medfield having a hard time here getting it out of their zone at this point. Going back and forth, back and forth. Tyre battling to trying to get it out over there. He puts it up off the boards. Gets it out. McTavish does a nice forecheck, picks it up. John Schofield gets it in the neutral zone, dumps it in deep behind the net. Tyre's pushing there to... Now he's going to go off and change. Out comes Johnson. Johnson picks it up. Number 12, Jack Lyons, loses control again of the puck, and that is put up to getting it back. It goes to Dylan McNally. McNally over to Tyre. Tyre back to McNally. McNally tries to put it out front, blocked by Ashland. Picks it back up. Shot, blocked by Ashland D. Casalito winds one up. It goes wide. Jack Lyons picks it up, tries to hold it in. It bounces to the middle. Casalito's on it. Comes around, being forechecked by Ashland. He goes around his net for that, puts a stop on it.
Move it. Attaboy, Jimmy.
Puts it back out to Tyre. Tyre puts it over to Lyons. Lyons is trying to get up to the red line. He gets poked away. And Ashland dumps it right back into the midfield zone. They got to move the puck in that neutral zone, Lou.
Yeah, it's just too much handling.
Trying to do it all themselves. Nice pass over to McNally, bounces off his stick, goes deep. McNally avoids a nice check there, keeps battling. He still has the puck. He's trying to get it up to the point. Big scrum in the corner. Johnson comes out with it. There it is. McNally can pick it up. And puts it up over the goalie's shoulder.
That's a nice one.
That's a nice shot. There wasn't much room up there, but McNally found it. Johnson and McNally did a nice job in the corner, and McNally broke it out, put it to Johnson. Johnson back to McNally, and McNally roofs it over the goalie's shoulder on the high side under the crossbar.
I love that.
Big goal by Medfield, and that makes it 4-1 Medfield. With 10:35 left here in the second period, the Warriors are up 4-1. Brian Abley taking the face-off here, number 23. Ashland wins that one. Ashland gets control, bounces it up, goes to Mason Junter in the neutral zone. Junter pushes it back to Abley. Abley gets it over the red line and dumps it in deep. First guy on it, Tom Schofield. He comes around, trying to keep battling. He loses control. Ashland gets it back there. Foley's forechecking now. Junter does a nice job squeezing down there, picks it up by Schofield. Schofield puts it up to Corrigan. Corrigan's looking for some space. Low shot. It is loose. It is loose. Foley still got it loose, and it lands on an Ashland stick. He fans on the puck. Foley still has it. He roofs it.
Attaboy.
Nice stop by the Ashland goalie. Many opportunities there for Medfield, and a little very sloppy play for Ashland out in front of their own goal.
Nice.
That will be Ashland. That will be icing on Ashland, and the puck will come back down to the right-hand side of the Ashland goalie, with Medfield in a 4-1 lead with 9:45 left here in the first period.
Good shift by those guys.
We got Russo, O'Leary,
And Stolzenbach.
Stolzenbach, and O'Leary. Okay.
That's Jack Scannell, number 22. I can't remember what Jack wore.
Jack, you might be right.
I think he wore 22.
You might be right. I don't remember. Charlie Spence in the corner to pick this one up. Looking for a little help. He gets it up the boards. Oh, that's going to be icing. The little chip went a little too hard. Trevor Russo, 18.
Yes. Yeah, Trevor.
Just a little too much on that. Trying to flick it out to the neutral zone. Put a little too much mustard on it. Called for icing. Coming back down to the left, to the right. Mason Matthews playing goal tonight for Medfield. Ashland gets control. Spence gets control. Puck is bouncing. Spence still comes out with it. Puts it up to 16. Sean Tyre. Sean Tyre puts it over to Johnson. McNally puts it over to him.
Good
Shot
work.
on goal. Goalie
moving.
ties it up. The other line's playing well together. They seem to know where each other are, and they seem to be hitting each other with the passes. All right, we got a Ashland penalty here, and so Medfield's going to come out on their power play with Mike Foley at center and Tom Schofield on the wing, along with Stolzenbach.
I think it's Mikey Tyre on the
Oh,
right
excuse me, Mikey Ty, 24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Foley gets a snap, it gets blocked by Ashland, gets iced all the way down, shot on goal. Matthews has to make the save. Liam Gately puts it around the net. Oh. Didn't know which way that pass was coming, lost it.
Yeah. That's better.
Gately comes back up. He's running into a little bit of pressure. He tries to hit Mason Junter.
Yeah.
Goes to the wrong side again, and that is, we'll try it one more time.
It's just brutal to watch sometimes. I tell you, brutal.
Here comes Schofield, takes a shot. Ashland, the goalie, makes a nice save. Mason Junter puts it up over the top. Here comes Gately looking to push it down the bottom. Foley pushes it back to Schofield. Schofield picks it up around the net. Out to Gately, and it skates a little bit. No one knows where that puck is, and Ashland finds it and pushes it back down the other end. Mason Matthews comes out of the goal, puts a stop on it.
Right up with the puck.
Gately waiting too much. You're on a power play. Don't ever wait.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
And he hands it off to Brian Abley. Abley comes over, gets it back into the new offensive zone. Tyre coming around. Spence picks it up on the boards. He's got nowhere to move it. He puts it down low to McNally. McNally's going to pick it up below. Referee does a nice job of blocking that one. And back down it goes to Matthews. Matthews comes out and sets it up for Spence.
What's the call here?
I'm not sure what. Oh, there's a penalty. Oh, looks like McNally must have acted up a little bit. He's got a misconduct here.
I tell you, he's been pretty good this year. Gotta give him credit. He's been
just a bad play for your team, though. You got a penalty, and I don't know what happened. You're up 4-1. You got nothing to be all stressed out about. And
Sure.
He probably shoots his mouth off and gets a dumb penalty.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Are we still 5-on-4 here, or what's the deal here?
I think it's going to be 5 on. It should be 4-on-4 for a little bit, and then a minute 30 penalty for Ashland along. But I don't think McNally's coming out of the box until the end of the period. I may be wrong.
Yeah, you might be right. Actually,
so there is no penalty. It's just a 10-minute misconduct that's been taken off the board.
I get you.
So anytime you have a 10-minute misconduct, it's obviously something foolishly said that the ref did not like.
Right, you can imagine. It was colorful.
Mason Junta picks it up around the midfield net. He's going to break out. He puts it up the ice to Abley. Abley puts it, that goes behind Taya, but he does a nice job of picking it. Makes a nice, hard, low shot. Goalie made a nice save on that one.
He might have got away with an offside on that.
Yeah, I believe his skates were over before the puck because the puck was behind him. So we're getting a few breaks here, but nice save by the Ashland goalie there. Ryan Johnson taking the face-off here. He wins it. He puts it to Abley. Abley takes a quick shot. It's blocked again by Ashland. Corrigan tries to do a save and they keep it in the neutral zone. He misses it. He's got to go back and pick it up. He's being forechecked up the ice. Puck is bouncing. He's got 2 or 3 guys coming on him. He's got to move that quicker. Taya moves it, picks it up around the corner. He's got so he's looking at someone. Abley goes back around the net. He can get there. Johnson's wide open in front, but Ashland get there first. Now they get the puck and they're breaking out. Hits the guy in the middle. Get to that red line, and now they flip it in. That guy almost made a large mistake by he was going to flip it right before he got to the red line.
Nice look.
Taya takes it again. He goes low. Nice goal.
Good shot.
It's funny seeing a goalie go down like that and make that glove save on the ground. They usually just use their pads and kick that one out. So.
Right, looked like a third baseman there or something.
We hate to see if he made an error because I don't think the leg was behind him to block it. Mike Foley takes here the face-off here for Medfield. Ashland wins that face-off, puts it down deep into the zone. Foley down forechecking, comes out with the puck.
Looks like they put
now Justin Fugelstad, his first shift, number 19, coming out playing with Foley and Schofield.
He's a good little player. You like his style, Paul. He grinds. He works really hard, number 19. First year on varsity.
Charlie Spence picks it up, does a U-turn, comes back the other way, tries to hit Schofield, hits him in the skates. He loses it. Liam Gately picks it back up. Gately comes around. He tries to hit Foley. He hits Foley, and there goes Schofield, but he's whacked by 3 guys. That's going deep behind the net. Schofield battle. He does come out with it. He's looking for someone to help. Fugelstad goes behind and gives him a hand. Here comes Schofield. He puts it up to Spence. Spence brings it to the middle. Back to Spence. Down to Schofield. Schofield guys it from the corner. Throws it on net. McTavish, number 13, picks that up. Spence holds it in. It goes back down to Schofield. Schofield to McTavish. McTavish shoots it wide. Jimmy Cosolito, number 5, picks it up. He goes back down the ice to Stolenback. Stolenback tries to put it out front. The goalie from Ashland ties it up. A break in the action here. We're in the second period. If you're just joining us, the Medfield boys varsity against the Ashland High School. And Medfield's holding a 4-1 lead with 5:02 left here in the second period. McTavish wins that draw, puts it up to Cole Curl. Cole Curl over to Cosolito. Cosolito shoots it wide. Mikey Taya picks it up, comes around the net, puts it out. John Schofield, number 9, looking for him. He misses it. Ashland comes possession and tries to break it out, flicks it up deep, gets it into the neutral zone, but Medfield gets the puck right back. Ashland puts it over. Taya's there to block that one. Medfield doing a nice job pressuring the puck, keeping it in the zone. Just around 4 minutes left. Ashland loses it right out front of the net. Unfortunately, no one there for Medfield. Ashland breaks it into the neutral zone, gets it deep, coming in on Matthews, takes a shot, goes wide. They can't hold it in. That's going to have to clear. Cosolito, number 5, first Medfield guy on the puck. He's going to pick it up. He tries to bounce it off. He gets intercepted. Ashland tries to put it out front, bounces off a player and goes to Schofield. Schofield puts it up to Johnson. Johnson's all by himself, a nice nifty move. And unfortunately gets picked up by the second foot back checker, or he would have had a nice opportunity and a nice shot and would have been a pretty goal. Taya puts it back over. Johnson's going to pick it up there. Johnson puts it out into Tyer. Tyer drops it over, blocked by Ashland. Tyer again. Picks it up.
Who's that?
That go in the net?
It looks like it.
That's Johnson.
That's a hat trick for Pye.
That's a hat trick for Ryan Johnson.
Puck going to throw a hat out there.
Ashland very, very sloppy with the puck in front of their own zone. And they are keeling over here and look a little tired.
They sure do.
You know, it's a late game here on a Thursday night, and it's about 8:30 start, and they don't look like they're ready to play too much anymore. Corrigan puts a puck down deep. Lou, who's number 8?
8, Stephen O'Leary.
Stephen O'Leary. So Stephen. Mason Junta picks it out. He puts it out front to O'Leary. He can't get a shot. Junta still has control of the puck. Puts the brakes on, reverses direction behind the net to O'Leary. O'Leary still controlling it. He takes a circle. He's going to put it back up to Junta at the point. Junta can move that into the middle and get a shot off, but he puts it down to O'Leary. O'Leary puts it back down to Ryan Johnson behind the net. If Johnson tries to get it out front, Taya does pick it up, not out front, but he gets the puck. He puts it out front to Corrigan. Oh. Corrigan makes a nice shot, save and a rebound. Johnson puts it back to Corrigan. Medfield, heavy pressure here, looking to put this thing away. Schofield, Tom Schofield picks it up, gets tied up behind the net. Taya's back there to help him out, trying to come out with it. Taya comes out with it. Got to move it. He puts it up to Junta. Junta gets a shot. Goes wide. Corrigan's going to pinch and keep that in. Keeps rolling with it. Him and Schofield behind the net battling with two other Ashland players. Ref's right there telling him to move it out. Corrigan comes out with it. He puts it up to Abley covering for himself. Gately takes a nice low shot. Rebound was there. Bounces over Foley's stick. Goes back behind the midfield net. Schofield picks that up. He loses control. Ashland desperately trying to convert and move it out, and unfortunately the pass to Spencer's missed. It goes down the other end. Puts it right back up to Abley. Abley attacks the line again, gets a shot off. Not a good shot, but it gets it towards the net. It bounces off of the skate and goes wide. Gately picks that up, losing it. In his skates, he puts it back down, and here's Foley behind the net. He gets it checked. Schofield gets it to Foley. Foley to Abley. Gately to Abley was. Behind the net to Foley. Foley tries to put it out to Spence, creep it in from the point. It gets blocked by Ashland. And around the net it goes. Ashland still struggling to get it taken out. Brian Abley does a nice job, puts it back behind the Ashland end.
Wow.
And the puck is tied up. Who is number 18 for Medfield? I don't have that.
Trevor Russo.
No, he's 19.
18
Oh, is he 18?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
19 is Justin Fugelstein.
It's Justin, right.
Fugie. I like his game.
Medfield loses that face-off, and Ashland chips it out. Charlie Spence, first guy out. Tries to clear it, doesn't. Ashland gets a piece of it and dumps it back deep into the midfield zone. Picks it up by Gately. Gately puts it up the side to Russo. Russo trying to bounce it out. He uses the boards and hits the Ashland player. He still keeps it in. Now Medfield's got a spot on it. Here we go. Medfield heading back the other way.
The body, Fuchs.
The puck bounces takes a funny bounce off the boards, and Mason Matthews, the Medfield goalie, decides to tie that up. There's 8 seconds left in the period. Medfield is winning 5-1 here in the second period. If you are just joining us, it's Thursday night hockey here in Franklin with Medfield and against Ashland. I am Paul Hirschfeld. Joining me is Lou Junta. Medfield picks it up fourth. That should do it for the period. Lyons picks it up and ties it up behind the net, and that should do it for the second period. Into the break here, heading to the third period. Medfield's holding a 5-1 commanding lead here for Ashland. We'll see you shortly for the third. McNally's still in the box.
All right, we're going.
All right, welcome back. Third period just underway. Medfield winning against Ashland High School 5-1. Ryan Johnson goes in the corner, falls down there. Ashland pushes it back up. David Corrigan keeps it in. Ryan Johnson had it in the slot, tried to get a nice shot, blocked by Ashland. Ashland pushes it up over the line. Bounces back out, they got a clear. Ashland dumps it in deep.
This kid number 15 logs a lot of ice time. For
Yeah, he doesn't come off too often, actually. David Corrigan gets it behind the net. Oh, my goodness. Ryan Johnson loses. That is a comedy show there. Ryan Johnson lost in front of the net. I think he went to backhand it to put it back to Corrigan behind the net, and it went off the goalie.
Lucky.
A little lucky there, and thank God Mason Matthews, the midfield goalie, was paying attention.
Yeah.
Out comes Brian Abley to take the face-off with Mike Foley and Tom Schofield on the wings. Liam Gately and Charlie Spence on the defense. Ashland wins that face-off, gets it in deep behind the net. Schofield pushes it back to Spence, but Ashland picks it up. It was a weak pass. Spence picks it back off, and here he goes. He's up over the red line into the offensive zone, makes a great move, tries to get the shot off. It's loose and cleared in the back of the net. I was telling Charlie to pass it. He got through. I was very surprised he got through that. And quite frankly, I'm very surprised no one stepped up and used the body on him. But anyways, that ends up being icing on Ashland. It goes down all the way to the Ashland midfield end, and we'll come back to the left of the Ashland goalie. And out comes line number 3 for Medfield. Number 13, Sean McTavish, taking the face-off with number 24, Mikey Tyre, and number 9, John Schofield. Schofield battling behind the net. Tyre comes around, takes it. Ashland's going to pick it up. Gately goes all the way in, and Ashland's going to break here. Spence does a nice job. Ashland guy goes right.
Is that a penalty?
No, the net came off down the end, and Ashland and Spence were going in, and the Ashland player, they both checked each other and went into that net, and it came off. So blown whistle. They're going to probably have it right outside the zone here. So McTavish, Mikey Tyre, and John Schofield on the ice. Jimmy Cosolito on one side, number 12, Jack Lyons on the other side. Tyre picks it up around. Cosolito takes it. He's got some space. He puts it back to Lyons and misses him. So Tyre picks it back up, puts it back to Cosolito. Cosolito back to Tyre, trying to look for some space to get it open. Tyre misses it. Follows it into the neutral zone and pushes it back down. Ashland, another weak pass around the corner, comes right out in front of the Ashland goalie. They're hacking away. They can't get the puck up in the air. And the whistle is blown dead there. John Schofield had a couple of opportunities to take a few shots, but he was just too close to the goalie to get anything off.
Yep.
Where are the boys off to next, Willow?
Next game they're playing, I think it's Dedham, in Dedham.
Yeah, they beat them up pretty good in the first game of the season.
Yeah, they had Dedham looked kind of weak. They had maybe a couple kids there that were decent, but overall there was kind of a weaker team.
So I think not Dedham, but right after the Dedham game, I think they got one more, and then they got 5 tough league games against the cream of the crop. So can really dictate their season, and hopefully they can pick up some momentum and start playing consistent and steadier.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Tri-Valley League still, they're going to have to make a run. I think pretty much run the tables here to win the league.
Yeah, well, they got to knock off Holliston and Hopkinton for sure.
Yeah,
they did lose.
And Holliston, yeah.
Well, they did lose to Holliston, but I was hoping that that was more of a fluke. I think they're a better skating team. Oh, no.
Oh, God. That's ugly.
Mason Matthews goes around the net, comes out of the net to field the puck. He goes to push it up. He partially fans and puts it right on the stick of the Ashland defender, who slaps it home into the open net.
Ew.
a little lack of focus there because, you're always supposed to work the puck up the boards in your own end.
Sure. That's you'd like to have that back.
But since they have a 3-goal lead now, that's not the end of the world. But Medfield wins that. Corrigan gets it over the red line, dumps it in deep. Number 23, Brian Abley, first guy on the boards, puts it over to Schofield. Schofield's looking to move it and gets deflected. He still has it. He's going to put it up to Corrigan. Corrigan drag it to the middle, blocked again. Ashland breaks out this side. Corrigan makes a nice hit on the side there. 17, Cole Curl picks it up. Corrigan puts it up to Foley. Foley to Abley, back to Foley. Foley's going to come over the red line. He's checked there and knocked down. Abley's going to pick it up around the other side. Medfield bangs it around. Charlie Spence going in deep here. Ashland picks it back out. The puck goes behind him. Corrigan dumps it back into the zone. Brian Abley, first forechecker in. Justin Fugelstadt comes off the bench and pushes it in. He gets broken up and back comes Ashland. Tom Schofield pushes him off the puck. Fugelstadt controls it. He gets knocked down, and here comes Ashland back the other way. Ashland picks it up in the neutral zone. 3 Medfield guys on him, but they tap it back to Ashland. A lot of people falling out here tonight, Lou. Ashland finally gets it going forward. Gets knocked out of the zone. Ashland's going to have to clear. Ashland dumps it in the side. They're going to clear and then go forecheck. Charlie Spence picks it up around the net, puts the brakes on, does a reversal, puts it over to Liam Gately. Liam Gately puts it up here to Trevor Russo. Russo's going to skate. Takes it around the boards. He's tied up by the Ashland defender. Mikey Taya picks that one up. That's going to be icing on Ashland again. They got the puck inflicted back out. There's 10:06 left here in this ball game, and Medfield's clinging to a 3-goal lead, beating Ashland High School 5-2. Out for Medfield comes number 5, Jimmy Cosolito, number 3, Mason Junter on the points with their first line of Ryan Morris, center, number 11, Dylan McNally, and 16, Sean Tyre. Medfield wins that. McNally's the first guy on it, puts it behind the boards, gets a little bump, but still holds the puck, and he flicks it up. Not how. Ashland's going to break out of here with a 2-on-2. They get it over the red line. They dump it in deep to Matthews. The puck is loose. Deflected by Ashland right onto McNally's stick. Cosolito puts it up here to Tyre. Now Foley's going to pick it up now. Puck bounces back into the midfield zone. Foley over to Cosolito. Cosolito to Junter. And Junter up to the other Tyre. And he tips it back in. Foley's behind the net battling. Ashland comes and helps him out. Tries to clear it. Foley gets back. Tyre takes a shot. Partially blocked by Ashland. Goes up in the air into the corner. Bounces up over Mason Junter's stick. And goes down the other end for Medfield. This will not be icing. Junter's got a battle in the corner trying to figure out, get possession. Junter does a nice job, kicks it out. But Ashland comes away with it. Cosolito does a nice job of getting that puck back over to Foley. Foley up to Brian Abley. Abley's going to take it over the line. He's going to try to make a move. He doesn't get by. Still has it. It goes out front. It's loose. Schofield puts it back up to the point. Point goes over to Corrigan. Corrigan takes a shot, blocked again by Ashland. Tom Schofield picks it up behind the net. And him and Foley battling down there. Ashland still got control. Puts it up the boards past Corrigan all the way down the midfield end for icing. 8:18 left in this game. Medfield 5, Ashland 2. Both teams have a line change. And out for Medfield comes their third line of number 24, Mikey Tyre, 13, Sean McTavish is the center, number 9, John Schofield is the wing. David Corrigan and Jack Lyons on the point. Corrigan's number 2, Lyons number 12. McTavish takes that face off and it goes right in. He almost has an opportunity to walk in. The goalie makes a nice move and comes back out. Gets out to the neutral zone. Battling for the puck here. Ashland puts it over.
That's it, Dave.
Pushes it back. McTavish picks that up. He puts it over to Lyons. Lyons makes an errant pass over to Schofield. So Ashland picks that off and tries to get in back in the zone.
Wow.
Lyons puts it back up again.
They're tripping on the red line tonight.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it's the ice surface or some dull skates. I'm not sure. Oh, Mikey Tyre almost breaks in, but Ashton pokes him, calls that's going to be a penalty for Medfield.
They should really work on the power play right now. They should.
Yeah, they got a 3-goal lead. They should get their people out there, and they should work on moving and passing and making quicker decisions. It's a nice move by Mikey Tyre, and tried to get in there and was tripped up by the Ashland, but if he didn't do that, he would have been in on a breakaway. So that's sometimes what we call a good penalty.
Yeah, that's a good play. The kid 15, he's a heck of, he looks like the captain. He's a good player. He plays hard.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's tired because he's probably logged 30 minutes or so already.
Yeah, he's double shifting every. Jesus takes just a couple-minute break. He's back out there.
Which was my point earlier, and why I was saying to you that when you have 3 and 4 deep lines of kids that can skate, it's a huge advantage because these people that only have 2 lines and a guy like that's been skating up a storm is gassed here with no legs in the third period. So there is a little delay in the action here, trying to figure out the penalty. Ashland had to put another guy in the box. So Medfield does have a 5-on-4. Charlie Spence holds it, takes a shot. Ashland, I got to tell you, Ashland's blocked a lot of shots. Abley to McNally. McNally trying to be a little nifty in the back. Abley comes out, he bounces it across the center ice. Ryan Johnson picks that up, he brings it to the point. Abley's going to try it again, blocked by Ashland. McNally puts it off the back of the net. Tyre picks it up. He's skating. He puts it up to Abley in the top. Back to Tyre. Over to Abley. Abley down to Spence. Spence has it here. Pushing it. Takes a U-turn. He's got some room to row.
Nobody in the middle.
There it goes. Oh, beautiful pass. Great pass back. Ryan Johnson back to Charlie Spence. And the goalie made a nice save. That was just what you want to do. Brian Abley takes it, fakes a shot, makes a nice move. Puck is loose, scrambles out in front. Oh, Spence just holds it in.
Save.
Comes down deep around the corner. He snaps one. Bad shot there. Bad angle. Got to keep moving it. Tyre comes around. Another shot blocked by Ashland. Ashland probably blocked 4 shots on that shift. Charlie Spence picks it up, comes up the ice to Abley, back into the neutral zone. Abley dumps it in deep, going for a change. Mike Foley, first one on it, picks it up. Schofield over to help him out. He picks it up, trying to get out of there. 2 guys on him. Foley picks it back out and drops it. Junta's out at the point. He's going to try to take it. No, he pushes it over. Another penalty here on Medfield this time. Cross-check on Schofield.
I think Tommy a little too aggressive there with the stick.
Yeah, I think they had a little pushing match in the corner, and I think Schofield came back around and took his frustration out on him. Unfortunately, it was on a Medfield power play, so now it's going to be all even for 20 seconds, and then Ashland will be on the power play for 1:40. So the 4 out here for Medfield is Foley takes the face off. And Tyre is out there, and across comes Gately. He puts it down deep. Junter and Gately at the top.
Michael Tyre
working hard, doing a good job there. Takes Foley, get rid of it, downs it deep. Tyre is going to be the first one on it.
That's it, Michael.
Battling, killing the penalty. It's Ashland now. 5-on-4 for Ashland for the next 1:40 here. Mikey Tyre did a nice job in the shorthanded. Liam Gailey picks it up, pushes it up to Foley. Foley's got his head down. You better lift it up. Kid was lining him up and get hurt that way. Keep your head up. We got a break in the action. There's 5:05 left in the game. There's 1:10 left in the Medfield penalty. Ashland has a 5-on-4 for the time being, but Medfield is leading 5-2. Johnson does a nice job and just whacks it in deep off of the face-off. Puts a little pressure on Ashland, does a nice job. Johnson and kicks it back in deep. Sean Tyre and Ryan Johnson, the two forwards. Johnson gets it again. He's going to skate it all the way back down the other end, kill some clock. Puts it over to David Corrigan. Corrigan comes to the red line.
David.
Defender slips down, makes a nice save. He puts it back to Tyre. Tyre loses it. It's going into the corner. Pushes it back up. Medfield dumps it big deep. Corrigan picks it off in neutral zone, gets it over the red line.
David laying the wood.
They both go heavy collision there at center ice. Corrigan and the Ashland player, they both go off limping a little bit. 4 minutes left in this game. That's going to be icing on Ashland to get a change.
Looks like Dave got the wind knocked out of him on that hit.
Yeah, that was a heavy collision at the blue line. He kind of had his head down, but he used his body at the last second to kind of protect himself. The other Ashland player had a little bit of steam coming at him.
Yeah.
So 6 seconds left here in the power play, and quite frankly, Lou, Ashland doesn't have a lot of offense to offer here.
Not much.
They had a penalty kill, and I don't even think they got the puck in the zone, never mind a shot. McNally takes that off and pounces behind him. Ashland ends up winning that. Ashland's just been getting over that red line and dumping it deep. They have no confidence in their offensive ability to move the puck and make a move. Medfield is all even. Tom Schofield comes out of the box, shoots one wide. Puck is bouncing, keeps bouncing into Ashland players. They're doing everything they can to get it out.
Stick.
They finally get it out. Abley puts it up to Gately. Gately puts it over to Spence. Charlie's got some room to move. He drops it back to Gately. Gately's got some room to move. He's going to push it, and he just dumps it deep.
Great movement by the deep pairing there. Nice job by Charlie.
Charlie gets a nice shot off right into the goalie's chest to lock that up. 3:13 left here in the third period with Medfield holding a 5-2 lead. And, some of these, Lou, they don't have to. These guys are, dribbling. They got a 3-goal lead. They don't have to risk injury or taking hard hits. Get it and dump it. Just get it and dump it. And kill the clock.
That's it.
Kill the clock and keep yourself protected.
There's a lot of big games left this year.
Anytime you keep playing, trying to be a, I want a goal type of situation, that's when someone's going to step up and hit you when you least expect it. Right. Junta takes it from the point, slaps it in. Glove saved by the Ashland goalie. Another break in the action, 2:58 left. Jack Lyons, number 12, Mason Junta, number 3 at the point. Stephen O'Leary, Trevor, and Ryan Johnson. Another shot low, goes wide. Oh, just deflected out.
Yep.
Stephen O'Leary gets it out front. Oh,
nice give and go.
Another block by Ashland. They've let up 5, but they're probably blocked about 8 in front of the net this game. Puck goes out to Mason Junta. Mason's looking for some room. He's coming down the boards. He pushes through the check. Keeps coming. He pushes it over to Stephen O'Leary. O'Leary puts it back up to Lyons. Oh, Lyons should shoot that. Puts it to Johnson. Back to Junta. Junta gets checked. Johnson tries to get it. Lyons doesn't look to shoot. He looks to pass. Throw it on net.
Yep.
Tyre gets it up high by Lyons. He pushes it back. Oh, almost a give and go to O'Leary from Johnson. Junta tries to come around and stuff it home. He's met by 2 defenders, and they're falling over each other. Medfield takes another wide one, goes wide. Johnson picks it up again.
Looks like pond hockey out there, doesn't it?
Well, some good stick handling. Ryan Johnson's a good stick handler, and he's creating a lot of plays. Johnson gets it point blank in the slot, and it's blocked again by Ashland. Ashland has to get the ice on this one. They can't even stand up. They need a break in the action. But if you look over there at that Ashland bench, buddy, there's only...
they don't have many kids.
They only have 12 or 13 kids on their team, and that's not a very deep team. Where Medfield has 20, they have 13.
Yeah,
so
that makes a difference.
looks like a couple over there with helmets on that might be injured also. So.
All right.
Sean McTavish takes this face-off with 1:21 left in the game. He does win it. He puts it back up to Cole Curl. Curl puts it over to Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson snaps it. And Ashland ties it up. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Ryan. That's number 5, Jimmy Cosolito. John Schofield, Sean McTavish, and Mikey Tyre up front. Mikey Tyre 24, McTavish 13, the center. Gets it, goes to Ashland. Ashland gets it and clears it. Cole Curl picks it up. Cosolito takes it back around the midfield net. Trying to keep it on his skates here.
Oh, nice
he
try,
puts
Jimmy.
it all the way back over to John Schofield. He pops it back out. Schofield's offsides. He's got to clear. Now they're clearing. Another ice by Ashland. It's a bad ice.
Terrible.
Just looking to get rid of it. You know, so the old saying goes, sometimes you have to take a hit for your team to do the right thing. And he just got rid of it, and it iced all the way down, and it's coming back down to the right of the Ashland goalie here with 48 seconds left in this one. It certainly looks like a victory for Medfield, but they'll be trying to see if they can pop one more in here maybe.
Yeah.
Oh. Trevor Russo tried to hold it in on defense. It gets pushed back down around. Number 5, Jimmy Cosolito is going to pick it up. Picked off by Ashland. They put it back down deep. Number 19, Justin Fugelstad bounces it out. That will not be icing. This is all in favor of Medfield as Ashland tries to clear it out of their zone.
10 seconds, Paul.
Yep. Ashland gets it around the boards. Little scrum along the boards, and that ends the game, folks. The final score here, the Medfield Warriors 5, Ashland 2. Next up for Medfield is Dedham. We'll see you back here for the next broadcast soon.
Thanks, Eric.
You're watching Medfield TV, community shows.